What is up, people of the internet? The Freedom Astrologer here, and this is another episode or another installment of the 10-minute spirituality podcast. And for those of you who don't know, the 10-minute spirituality podcast is for the spiritual seeker who is fed up with the fluffy, pink, very shallow spirituality and really wants to figure out practical things in an impractical world. Let's put it that way. And like my favorite part of this is for the people who don't want to be stupid anymore. And this next episode is about everyone these days thinks they're a shaman. So this phenomenon started for me. I started observing this for like 7 years ago, where I noticed a woman in my home country of Estonia, and I think, if I remember correctly, if I recall correctly, she used to be a real estate agent or a real estate business owner, and she went to, I think she went to one of our neighboring countries, took a class there, took a school there, went to school there in shamanism, and after that she quote unquote became a shaman. Just for FYI, that's not how you become a shaman, but I will come to that later. And what she was promoting now, when I was seeing this, I think it was like a TV clip or some talk show or something, and she was promoting now that she is herself teaching other people how to be shamans and shamanism. That's a weird word in English. Shamanism she was promoting. And again, that's not how you become a shaman. You go and take a course and take a weekend, class, and poof, you're a shaman. And maybe you buy a shamanic drum, and now you're a shaman. That's not how you become a shaman. Actually, this is one of the biggest problems in spirituality today. It's everybody thinks they can take a weekend class and all of a sudden they are something. No, that's not how it works. So the weekend class or maybe long schooling can obviously help you, and it will help you, but that's not how you become a shaman. And 100% you're not fit to teach anybody else to become a shaman or even the essence of shamanism, because you don't know how to be a shaman. So you might be sitting there as going, okay, so Ian, what is a shaman? How do you become a shaman? So I think it's one of the most difficult things ever. So shaman, or how you become a shaman, is you suffer a lot. And then somehow, some way, sometimes it's, help with those courses. Sometimes it's your own personal inner transformation. You find a way out of that suffering. But, shamanism itself isn't like, oh, I just had a little bit of a emotional breakdown here, and now I've suffered enough, and now I can, become a shaman, and I can announce that I'm a shaman because I have this drum, and I go to the forest and I bang this drum. No, it's a very, very unique path in life where there's, I would say, and I would even argue, there's almost constant suffering. So if you know that, so why the hell would you even want to be a shaman? And I tell you why do people want to be a shaman? Because they want to be special. They want to be something. They want to be unique. And the second part is obviously, like, I remember that the story about the lady I told. It's business. In this modern spirituality world, it's even a pyramid scheme. It's a business, literally. I go take a course, I take a class, and I don't do anything else. And I repackage it and I refurbish it, and then I sell it to the next stupid person, unfortunately. So that's the problem I have with this. And to come back to like the essence of shamanism, I personally, I think I know only, maybe I know two, but I think to be 110% sure, I know only one person who really can say that they're a shaman. So that person is Joe Greenland. He also goes by the name Fox Streamer, and he has. You can find information about him on my channel. I've done interviews with him and etc. etc. If you learn about his story, this is constant suffering. Constant suffering. Just people constantly, if you survive multiple attempts on your life and manage to somehow live a somewhat normal life after that, you most likely are fit to call yourself a shaman. The shaman itself is a person who transforms their own suffering and pain to help others transform their suffering and pain. So let's get it really quick. Most people are not shamans. 100%. Very few people have the mental, emotional fortitude to actually become shamans. Now, this brings me back to the desire actually to become or be and to kind of market yourself as a shaman, because I think it's wrong first and foremost, and again, very few people have the right to call themselves a shaman. Now, I want to just say something about like the courses and the classes and stuff like that. Obviously, you can say, or you can take a class. Let's say you're a person who goes through a lot of suffering and transformation in your life. You manage to find somehow a way out of it, and now you take a class to kind of cement the knowledge, get new tools. Like you have the personal experience, you have a very deep understanding of that personal experience, how to transform energies, how to transform yourself. Now you take a class to cement it all. Obviously, that's fine, but the gist, guys, that I'm saying here and giving forth is it won't work if you take a weekend class and say, or even a longer class, and now you're a shaman. No, it comes through experience and suffering, and a lot of suffering, unfortunately. So in my mind, it's completely crazy to even try to market yourself as a shaman, or want to be, or desire to be a shaman, because it's only suffering. Basically, you guys think about what you're saying and what you guys are, or what some of you people are doing. Do you want to suffer all the time? Do you have the mental, emotional, internal fortitude to actually go through all? Most likely, that's not me. I don't want to do that. I don't want to market myself as a shaman. I really don't think most people should market themselves as a shaman. It's very, very it's a very, very deep, intimate, hard process to go through to be a shaman, to actually truly be a shaman. So the fact that you are in a forest or on Instagram with a drum and drumming doesn't make you a shaman. I just want to get that point really clear. And hopefully people will start to think a little bit about what this shaman or shamanism actually truly is. And I think in this modern, very modernized spiritual world where everything is turned into a business, remember this, guys, if you're ever in doubt of what everything is, and if you see somebody market themselves as that, who doesn't have the real experiences to back it up, like what it actually is. It's business, it's money, it's attention, it's love, it's being special, it's wanting to be unique. Doesn't mean that the person can actually do it all. And I think the biggest part is also like the pyramid scheme of things. It's like I go and I learn to be a shaman. Okay, let's put forth that it's a longer schooling. Maybe it's a couple of years. Okay, a couple of years you learn how to be a shaman in some school, but you don't have the experience, internal suffering that it doesn't work. It won't work. That's the big part. And when you do that course and when you do that schooling, and then you go and start teaching other people how to be shaman, that's like a pyramid scheme. That's like basically Bernie Madoff, reborn. So I really urge you to think about what this shamanism and being a shaman really is, and make better decisions, make better conclusions. I don't think 99.9% of people pretending to be shamans are actually shamans. So a little bit of a housekeeping. A couple of people have asked me why I'm doing this. Why won't I ask other people to be on this? And why I'm not doing anybody with anybody else? I just don't want to right now. I don't want to. I just want to speak by myself. I want to do it quick because I don't have time. I have babies. I have other stuff. So that's the reason, guys. For those of you who listened, thanks a lot. I hope you got something out of it. Yeah. See you, hear you in the next episode of the 10-minute spirituality podcast.